Hey guys, welcome to Project Metal across the. I haven't seen my TV, my radio show, Project Metal Music's YouTube channel, with your host Elion, and we are here with John. So, John, could you introduce yourself and what you do and what you do?
And thanks for having me there, Michelle. Pleasure to be here. My name is John Ferreira. I'm the lead singer of As the World Burns, and we have a new CD out. Well, actually came about a year ago. Well, new to us. And yeah, we're just trying to rock the world and get ourselves exposed and get out there and meet new people and rock the hell out of them. But otherwise, yeah, pleasure to be here, and I'm looking forward to answering your questions. Yeah, but you there?
Yeah, I'm here. It's, my computer just took a massive, had a massive glitch.
That's
So,
right. Like,
apologies for that.
no worries.
Uh, apologies for that. Let's dive into some questions. As a kid, what were you listening to?
Actually, my mom and dad, well, really my mom could say, were super big Elvis Presley fans, and grew up on that, all the gospel stuff, and parents were one's Catholic, one's Protestant, so we grew up in a Baptist church and singing all the soulful stuff. And I like Little Richard's my favorite performer of everybody, probably Elvis and Little Richard. I like the old stuff.
Cool. So, who actually got you into music? Was it your parents, or was it a sibling, or was it somebody?
Yeah, yes, it was my mom. My mom and stuff. Yeah, we're always singing in the children's choir, and my great grandfather, my father's side, same name actually, Frank Ferreira. He's still to this day the #1 recording artist in Hawaiian steel music, even though he's Portuguese. So on Google and everything, he's World War famous back in the day. Knew Thomas Edison and all that, and it was on his recordings and many recordings. But so I always grew up in music in the family. Parents had a little, grandparents had a little bit royalties from the great grandfather stuff. So it was. I remember when we were kids, they had a record making machine. You could actually make a record in your house on a sort of portable thing. We thought it was wild. Yeah, but otherwise, yeah, just grew up. And then high school, if you're talking like rock and stuff, my mom, she liked all the stuff. Well, here's an example. My mom didn't like us. She always thought the hair band stuff was all like the devil stuff with Motley Crue and all that. And so my mom's English. So if it was an English band, it was fine. So I listened to Ozzy Osbourne and Iron Maiden and all this great stuff, Judas Priest, and that's fine. But you can't listen to Motley Crue or Dokken.
Yeah. So who actually inspired you to say, right, I want to pick up the mic and start singing, or become a musician in general?
Well, I never really thought about being a singer, that's for sure. I mean, I always did the chorus stuff in school like everybody did. Everybody says, well, how do you sing? I was like, well, everybody sings in school. Everybody had to sing the national anthem or the this and that, and God Save the Queen, whatever. And it was just like, been in many bands where I was trying to play bass or play guitar. And I wasn't really super good at guitar, but he wasn't good at bass. And I was decent at both, but jammed with these other bands and just happened to come up, and the other guys really stunk. I said, I could do better than him. And then we started going out. Everybody thought I was pretty decent, so then I kept going with it. And I watched a couple of the other local bands. This is back in the day, 20 years ago, And I said, I can do that. These guys are hacks, Yeah, but ever since then, I've been loving it and weaning myself on it and practicing my craft, put it that way.
Yeah. So, were you in any bands before you joined As the World Burns?
Yeah. I mean, both I could probably say 30 bands. The only one that's, I mean, the ones we do now is the only thing that's really decent. Before we were As the World Burns, we were called Rust. Same members, had a couple different members. It was a little softer metal, more melodic, and we didn't change the name because a bunch of like 30 bands had the name Rust, and actually a bunch of bands have the name As the World Burns, so we were screwed on that too. But the other bands were nobody bands. I mean, one band I was in was a real cool band called Berserkers, BZRKRZ, buzzed or crazy. But otherwise it was nothing. Just messing around, thinking we're the rock stars, and we weren't nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what has the band been up to, especially in the last year or so?
Actually, last year or so, we just finished our brand new CD, Prevail. You can see that there. Where am I at here? With the lights all crazy. We just finished recording that, self-recorded
Yeah.
ourselves. Well, we went to like 4 or 5 studios to do it. And each time we come up with the product, we didn't like what was coming out, like they weren't like really helping us out. They were really pushing us through the emotions. They weren't really like, this is what we were trying to do. Like it wasn't sounding like how we sound when we plug in the amplifier. We're a live band, we don't need all the bells and whistles. And we kind of got mad and we sat down, we went and bought a nice computer, we went and bought an interface, we went and got Pro Tools and all this shit. The guitar player took like 3 years off. 3 years we buckled down. We didn't do nothing for 3 years and just recorded the CD. So then now we're doing shows, we're rock and rolling, and actually we just recorded a brand new song, even though the album's been out about a year and a couple months. We was already started on the new album. We just finished a song. Mayor Applebaum just mastered it, a real famous guy, and I'll send it to you. You'll be the first to hear it.
Yeah. Cool. 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 Yeah, I was going to ask. I was going to ask. Are you writing any new material for, like, whether it be singles or EPs or album?
We always been doing the album. And the last album, the one we just released about a year and a half ago, As the World Burns Prevail, available everywhere on all the outlets. I really wanted to release singles because we recorded the whole album. It took, like I said, 3 years to record it. And I know the industry's changing a lot. No one's really buying the albums unless you're diehard fans and stuff, unless you're going out to a show and everybody's streaming them or something, listen to them on their phone. So this time we're gonna punch out a bunch of singles. I mean, we have the opportunity. We constantly write songs, and we love writing songs. That's the fun part, getting together with your buddies like a gang and writing new songs. So yeah, we're constantly working on it. We never stop, and we like writing songs. For some reason, we do them well.
Yeah. Cool.
It's real easy.
We just got a comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, we've just got a comment from Jake Parsons. John, it's me, Jake. How you doing?
How you doing, brother?
Yeah. So yeah, is there any sort of plans on doing any sort of tours, whether it be on the West Coast, Central, or Eastern parts of the US, or are you going to do
me and my guitar player ready to do it at any moment. Same thing is, you're just like some of the guys in the band have jobs that are pretty good, make pretty good money, and I mean we like to tour the region up and down the East Coast. We do. We haven't gone really past like Nashville-ish, but we'd love to tour the West Coast of the U.S. and the West Coast of Africa, and the West Coast of the U.K. and everywhere, I guess, except for Russia.
Yeah. So if sort of the all the planets align and everything was all set up and all ready to go, so you would love to say to Europe or South Africa or Australia.
Oh, I'm gone. I'd be in the Azores or I'd be in Lisbon. My father's side's from Portugal, so I'd be there in half a second.
Yeah. Cool. So, where can people find you on the social media side of things?
Yeah, we got it all on Facebook. We got YouTube channels. We have we're all on Spotify and all that, Apple Music and all that, iTunes, whatever. I don't even know what it is anymore. On the back of my CD, I can tell you. Anyway, we're available on all the outlets. I'll tell you that. And our problem
Yeah,
is we're a great band. We're great. We write great songs. We're great live. Uh, our problem is promotion. We ain't good at it. We ain't got the time. We don't feel like messing with it, and that's our downfall.
yeah, yeah. It's yeah. So, have you got sort of like a store, like a bit like Bandcamp, to
Yeah,
for merchandise like
we
T-shirts,
do.
stuff
We
like that?
do. Off the top of my head, I don't have the information off the top of my head. I know my guitar player handles all that stuff. Rich Clark, the lead guitar player, and he's been with me from the beginning. And uh, yeah, we sell shirts and merchandise and mugs and shot glasses and all kind of crap.
Yeah, cool, cool. So this is probably going to be my last question. Any advice for people who are wanting to become a musician?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you never started before, or if you're just doing it, just you basically just keep going and keep going. Do what you love, really. You can't do it for like somebody else. You got to do it. If you don't like it, then how is anybody else going to like it? If you don't believe it, how are they going to believe it? You said to really just keep pushing at it, and if you're a guitar player, practice, practice, practice. Like you want to be a tennis player, you got to hit the balls.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, sound advice, John. So yeah, I think that might be about it. Oh, got a question from Jake. What is your best and favorite moment on stage?
Oh, there's a bunch of them. Yeah. Oh, there's a bunch of them. Yeah. I know a couple years ago we're playing, and my dad was at one of my shows. He hardly comes out, and it was one of the shows for like the band Hailstorm, so it's sold out, and they're Grammy winners, and it's great. And we played with him before that too, but my dad was at the show. Remember that? And it was like he'd never seen me like that. Remember after that, he's like, "Damn, you guys are wow."
Oh, cool. Yeah. Anyway, John, I think that might be about it. So
It sounds
thank you
good.
so much for coming on and
No problem.
doing this
Appreciate you
little
having me, man.
interview. It's
Anytime. You're awesome. Good show.
yeah.
We watched the
So
Christina Avila earlier on the what was it, 2 o'clock hour? That was good. So yeah, anytime. We'd love to be back and
yeah.
keep rocking,
Cool.
my
Thank
brother.
you.
And
Yeah. Yeah, just let me know when you got some more new material, and then we can get you back on and do another interview, talking about it.
yeah, I'll email you the brand new song. You'll be the first to hear it. You just got it back to about a week ago.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
And let me know what size
So,
shirt you're gonna send
so
me one
yeah,
too.
guys, I will. I will. Yeah. So, guys, go check out As the World Burns. They are an awesome band. So go check them out on their social media, and there's the album there, Prove It. And they're working on some new material now. So yeah, stay tuned, and watch out for their As the World Burns. So yeah, catch you all later, guys.
Thanks a million, brother. Be safe.
You too.